Okay, I would ask everyone who's come in to make sure that their microphones are muted and their video is off.
Okay, everyone is in.
Thank you very much, Janice.
Thanks, Janice. We'll get started then, except it doesn't want to advance. There we go. Not quite sure what the problem is.
There you go.
Okay, welcome to the March meeting of the Durham Region Branch of Ontario Ancestors. You can reach us at durham.ogs.on.ca, and our website is also the same thing, except without the at, durham@ogs.on.ca. Got that backwards. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. The Durham Region Branch of Ontario Ancestors acknowledges that the lands on which we gather and where we work to preserve the records and family history of those who came before us are the traditional territories of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation, and a large Métis community. We recognize the lands on which we gather are covered under the Williams Treaties and rest within the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Anishinaabe Nation, which also includes Algonquin, Chippewa, Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi. We honor, recognize, and respect these nations and Indigenous peoples as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. This is our agenda for this evening. We'll give you a quick reminder of the team for this year. We'll make a few announcements and a couple of news items, and then we'll get right to our speaker, AI in genealogy. After that, we'll have mention some more upcoming meetings, and if time allows, we will have a chat at the very end of things. Here's a list of our members in alphabetical order. They saved the best for last, according to my wife, who is, as you can guess, the last. Volunteers are always welcome. Please help us keep our branch vibrant and moving forward. You don't have to worry about distance anymore in this age of Zoom meetings. Many of our projects can use additional volunteers to speed them up. If you want some introduction and an idea of what we do, the vice chair position has been vacant for many years, and we consider that a learning position. Just another reminder, our library catalog is now online at the OGS website. It took us several years to get it all organized, but it's ready to roll now, and it can be found under the Research tab at ogs.on.ca. Our catalog contains over 4,500 individual items, including books, maps, atlases, indexes, family histories, methodology books, township and county histories. The Ryan Taylor Memorial Yearbook collection from many local schools and histories from other counties in Ontario and across Canada. Resources for most English-speaking countries around the world. And this thing keeps popping up in my way. Sorry. Excuse me for a sec. And publication from many other branches and societies, city directories, telephone books, church records, and several donated fonds of original materials. When you get to the master library catalog, change the repository to Durham Region Branch from the drop-down menu. You can see it outlined in red on the page. And that doesn't want to go again. Okay, just a little note here. OGS has a call for candidates. They're looking for people for the board of directors, a president to serve 2 years from 2026 to 2028, and 2 directors at large positions to serve 2 years, again, same years. Deadline for submission of applications is April the 10th, 2026. You can email your application form along with your resume and cover letter to elections@ogs.on.ca. And save the date. It's coming. OGS Seminar 2026. This year, it's going to be a virtual conference, and the theme is From Steamships to Microchips. It runs from June 12th to 14th. You can find out more information at www.ogs.on.ca/virtual-conference-2026. Early bird registration starts April the 1st. Keep an eye on the e-weekly newsletter for new information as it comes out. And for local news, this weekend, the Uxbridge Genealogy Group is having a book sale. It'll be held in the Uxbridge Public Library this coming Saturday, March the 7th. Cash sales only, and it runs from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Normally, the Uxbridge Genealogy Group meets on the third Thursday of every month, with no meetings in July and August. The December meeting will be a week earlier. And just to mention, just to spoil things, looks like this month is going to be a little bit early as well. Thursday, March 12th at 7 p.m., and their topic is brick walls. This meeting will be at the Uxbridge Public Library on the lower level. So if you have Uxbridge roots and are interested to attend, there you go, Thursday, March 12th. And guess what's coming on Thursday? Roots Tech. If you haven't signed up yet, you might want to. It's to register, you go to familysearch.org/en/rootstech. This year's theme is Together. You can also sign up for relatives at Roots Tech to locate known and unknown family members. So this is the premier family history event of the year. The conference where genealogy, technology, and love for family intersect. So, Ontario Ancestors April webinar. It will be old news, new tricks, how AI breathes life into newspaper historic headlines. This will be featuring Daniel Horowitz, and it happens on Thursday, April 2nd at 7 p.m. The blurb for it is, join us for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how MyHeritage is revolutionizing genealogy with artificial intelligence. In this talk, you'll discover how the company's content team built oldnews.com, a powerful new platform launched in March 2024 that now houses over 400 million digitized newspaper pages. Learn how MyHeritage uses cutting-edge OCR technology to transform old microfilm into searchable stories packed with genealogical treasures like obituaries, marriage announcements, and social notes. Whether you're a family historian or tech enthusiast, this session will inspire you with the creative ways AI is bringing the past back to life. Okay, our meeting in April the 7th, will be presented by Jane McNamara, and it's to do with the Ontario Land Records Index, or the OLRI. Jane will introduce the newly digitized version of an old friend to family historians, the Ontario Land Records Index. This was a long-term project for the Toronto branch and is finally accessible from your own home. The Ontario Land Records Index is an index to those settlers who were allocated Crown land in Upper Canada, Canada West, and Ontario. Its coverage ranges from the earliest grants of the 1780s to acquisitions administered by the Canada Company and Peter Robinson, to grants for military service in the Fenian Raids and South African War in the 20th century. So that will be next month. And guess what? Here comes today's presentation, and there's your little virtual genealogy assistant.
So I will introduce Michael while the two of you switch over your PowerPoints. So for most of his life, Michael Nettleton has been following his ancestors' traces, unearthing their stories, and seeking their other descendants. For even longer, he has been making use of technology to compile, summarize, and analyze information, and teaching others to do that as well. Michael is a frequent presenter on genealogy and family history. As an online host at Toronto branch and other organizations, he has supported hundreds of streamed meetings and events since 2020. Today, Michael is going to introduce us to using AI, artificial intelligence, by showing us a practical example of using AI to build source references, and by showing us how to get started with our own projects. So welcome, Michael.
Okay, just another plea for volunteers. As we said, distance doesn't matter anymore, and if you can help in any way, please contact the Durham Chair at ogs.on.ca. This will help us keep our branch vibrant and moving forward. We can use help with indexing, typing, editing, cemetery updating, newspaper articles, publicity, Tony indexes, transcribing, and a question for you. What are your strengths? I'm sure that we have a project that can use them. Here's our upcoming meetings. March 18th, the Durham DNA group will be meeting at 7 p.m. That's a Zoom meeting as well. March 26th is our virtual social and drop-in. That's at 11 a.m. That's on a Thursday. April the 7th is our next meeting, Ontario Land Records Index, presented by Jane McNamara. May the 5th, the Pier 21 immigration people will be giving us a talk about that. And please note, it's during the afternoon at 1:30 p.m., simply because it's a couple hours later over there, and they quit work at 4 o'clock. So we have to be done by then. So it is an afternoon meeting on May the 5th. June the 2nd will be the Home Children Scheme and its Untold Stories. And that will be by Marg Graham and Diana Crossway. Okay, again, we've mentioned this briefly, but if you're not on the mailing list, contact nancy.trimble@gmail.com or durhamchair@ogs.on.ca to get on the list. It is a closed meeting simply because of the way we sometimes have to deal with the subjects. Again, we mentioned this, the drop-in. It's usually the fourth Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. And you can get on this list by emailing Nancy or the Durham Chair as well. We talk about just about anything, research, we talk about DNA, we talk about what's going on in the world, we do a few lookups if somebody asks, a little bit of everything. It's just kind of to replace our social time that we used to have at the regular meetings when we were meeting in person. So if you want to be added to the list, please contact the Durham Chair. As always, if you find what the branch has been doing and the speakers are what we have scheduled are valuable, we invite you to go to our donation button on the left-hand side of our website homepage and make a donation to our branch funds. We use the Canada Helps website, and you will receive a tax receipt automatically by email. This helps keep us going. As you probably heard, OGS, a few branches have folded and shut down, either temporarily or completely, and every branch is struggling to make it through pretty much anymore, and we're doing the same. So we're always grateful for the odd handout to keep us going. Okay, our research room. It's located in the Northminster United Church. at 676 Simcoe Street North in Oshawa. That's at the corner of Simcoe and Rossland. We're usually open on Tuesdays and Thursdays each week, but the church door is always locked, so you have to book your visit ahead of time. We have to know you're coming so we can unlock the door for you. So you can contact me, Stephen Wood, by emailing durhamresearch@ogs.on.ca. And if we know you're coming, we'll keep an eye open for you, or we'll have you call up to us and we'll come down and unlock the door. And thank you for attending. It's been an excellent evening for learning today. Here's a few of our contact information items. I'll leave this up, and if we figure we have enough time for a chat, I think we probably have a little bit of time, eh, Nancy?
Yeah, I'd say we've got about a half an hour that we could get people to open up their mics and pop in and ask questions or discuss something or tell us what their genealogy research and or discoveries have been. Do they plan to attend Roots Tech? That'd be fun, knowing that they'd be there.
Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to stop share just to be able to see the rest of the
Yeah,
things.
probably.
So,
I'm going to have to bring up the participant window if people are going to, uh, maybe put their hand up. I think there's a way to do that, but probably under reactions.
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah, it's under
Yeah.
reactions if you want to raise a hand. But otherwise, if you feel like even showing yourself and turning on your video, go right ahead and just jump in there.
I'm sure someone's had a wonderful discovery in the past month since our last meeting. Do you want to tell us about it? Alternatively, if you can't find something and or been having trouble on something, you can also throw that out there to see if anybody has any suggestions about what to look for and where to look for. That's
Yeah.
another possibility.
Or if you're shy, you can type it in the chat.
Yeah.
I had a discovery today. I had registered for Roots Tech, and obviously they do send you a little blurb saying you have so many relatives who are also registered to sign up there. I was informed today that all these years of research have proven fruitful because I am 12th cousins with Queen Elizabeth II. Who knew?
Well, I have one too, but it's on a line I've proven is not correct in the family search tree, with Queen Elizabeth anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've got about 4 American presidents.
I've got one, yes. Yeah.
It's intriguing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think I got one actor, uh, you know, but it's amusing. And then you go look at the pathway, and of course it takes you about 6 generations past what you've researched.
Yeah.
And you don't know if you can prove those links. But it's a neat way to do it.
My connection to the Wright brothers looks fairly good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm hopeful.
Well, I have a connection there too. I did remember seeing their picture in the list, and it's probably in the Quaker lines, right, Steve? Because that's how you and I are related.
Actually, I'm a Wright in back through the Loyalists, so
Oh,
it comes up through that way.
well, we may have to compare our lines of connection.
Sounds good.
But I don't think I have any connection in that notable list less than like seventh cousin.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
George Washington, Martha, his wife. Yeah, you know, it's very US centric, I have to admit.
It's easier to become related to Archie and Lilibet. So I'm because of through Meghan Markle. So that's that's where I'm now connected, ninth cousins or eighth cousin or something like that.
Wow.
Strictly because of Meghan Markle. Yeah.
Okay.
It's because I guess her father's line goes back to early Massachusetts and such. So the Annises, the Conants, and all that gang is linked in some way. Mind you, I don't know exactly what it is. My father tells me repetitively that I am, but I'm not paying enough attention to really keep track. But just if you want to go look for royal connection, that's the way to go. It's faster.
Well, the Gould family of Uxbridge had the story in the book that's ubiquitous, that they're related to Robert E. Lee. And I have not found anything even close. I think it was supposed to be in the second or third degree, which is an old way of counting relationships that I don't quite understand. So, but third degree, I would think would be fairly close, like a second cousin or something like that. And no,
Not happening, eh?
haven't found it yet. Didn't show up on Roots Tech either, on the relatives around you. So anyway, yeah, that particular thing that they do about finding your relatives, and they show you the top 300 matches.
Yeah.
Is a an improvement on another one that they had before when they had the in-person conferences where you could do relatives around you, and
I remember that.
you could go to lunch with somebody and say, relatives around me, and I say, okay, who's so and so, and they put their hand up around the table. Well, you're my 12th cousin 4 times removed. Through the whatever line. That's because I've got colonial American, Pennsylvania ancestors. So my mother has in my mother's side on the relatives at Roots Tech, I think I have 3,000 matches, even though they don't show you 3,000. And my dad has 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, I showed up this morning with 86 relatives who've signed up, and with the exception of my sister, who's also signed up, the closest I have is a fourth cousin once removed. So
Yeah.
not too much of a chance in connecting with them.
No, you just have to spread the word through your family.
It's exactly what it is. Especially now that we're royalty, that'll draw a lot of people in.
Yes. Gosh. Well,
They do say it's a good way to find DNA, potential DNA contacts that you might be able to persuade to do DNA if you need to select a certain line or something like that. They are a lot of people are pushing it for that reason alone.
yeah, true.
I have a question. So when I signed up for a bunch of courses for Roots Tech, but I never got anything like what Brian described. Should I have gotten some kind of a confirmation?
Okay, this is actually for the Roots Tech conference, not for webinars on the
All
family
mine are
website.
online. All these will be online.
Yeah. So I know we had the longer URL with family search in it, but you can just put rootstech.org, and you have to have a um, a family search sign-in account, which is
I
free.
have it. Yeah, I have that. And I
And
went
when
in and I
you go to
scheduled.
rootstech.org, you can click up on the top right corner and sign in with your family search credentials.
I'll give that a try. Hopefully
And
it kept all my courses I've ticked off
It
that I want to attend.
it tends to remember them, Louise. I don't think you get a printout of what you signed up for. I believe you have to go back in and go into the whatever you want to call it, the chart of what you've signed up for, and it will show you there. But last year when I signed up, I did not get a printout. I had to go back in and find each one that I'd signed up for
And click
in
on
the
the,
list
I
and
think
then
you have
click
to
on.
go
Yeah.
and click on the title at the correct time. Um, by Jim, to um, get to the live presentation.
Okay.
You have to have a tree on Ancestry or
Yeah.
on Find My Past as well. If you don't have a tree,
They have nothing
you
to
don't
connect.
relate to anybody.
It's on Family Search. Yeah, you
Family
have to
search,
be.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
you
late.
you can get the you can
Past
get
my bedtime.
yeah. Bye,
Yeah,
Barbara.
I do have an older tree on
Yeah.
Flemish.
Yeah.
Like,
So yes,
that.
that's true for Louise. Uh, you have to have your line built from you and connected into the global family tree at Family Search.
Okay, so the fact that I didn't get a response doesn't mean I can't attend the ones I scheduled.
No, if you've registered and you can see the program and you can pick things, you say,
Yeah, it comes up and gives me my schedule.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the
So when
ones
you
I signed up.
Yeah, so when you go into my schedule on the day and time, uh, I believe you just click
Just click
on
on it.
the title of the presentation
Okay,
to go into it.
all right. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Yeah.
And that was a very good seminar. Very good.
Yeah,
Michael was excellent.
yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I found that quite useful. So, yeah, I'm excited to go and hoping not too many interruptions in my day to take me away from them. But if the presentation has on its description at the top that it's online, um, in person and online, doesn't matter, but online, they will be recording it. And you can see it later if you do miss it. Or if there were two or three in the same
Yeah,
time slot.
I found out a few times.
Oh, I have that all the way through. Yeah. And you can go into previous year's recordings from rootstech.org once you sign in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you can get some of last year's recordings, and I think it's there from the last 4 years or 5 years even that they have recordings there. You can just go and search on their videos for a topic or a speaker that you know. Actually, I should probably try and share what I mean.
Yeah, they might have started saving them since COVID. You never know.
Okay, so come back to here and share. Okay, is that showing for people?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got all sorts of pictures down the side that are covering up my sign in. So once you come here, well, it may be even here without signing in, watch videos. Search for a video.
Browse the library. Yeah.
Okay, so um, uh, you've got all sorts of filters down this side, skill levers, speakers' names, content types. So say you search for immigration. And then they bring up this looks like they're going to do this one this year. So I can go to year here. Oh, look at it all. It's back to
Oh, wow.
2015. So let's look at, say, last year. Well, there you go. New York City Irish immigrants, U.S. immigrants to their hometown. Norway. Okay. So it is, I don't even know how many are in here, Louise. It's just incredible.
Yes.
So
I will look back at some of the others.
yeah, so I like Diane Southard for DNA.
She's good.
So
I'll write that down.
and let's just do this year. Ah. Oh, she's got something called DNA Swim School, part
Yeah,
one.
I signed up for the three of them.
Yeah. Well, when you signed up, that doesn't automatically mean it's going to show up. You have to, as you said, let me sign in.
Yeah, I did sign in like
Okay.
that. With
Well, you have to be signed in order to see um, your.
schedule.
I wonder if there's a way to print
You
the
can see the
schedule,
full.
even just a screen print.
Pardon?
I wonder, and I know there's sort of a calendar on the site for any that you sign up to schedule. I
Yeah,
wonder,
right here. It's my schedule.
yeah, I'm wondering if there's a way that you can do a print of that, whether you can screen print it or something, at least to get your, without having to sit on screen all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I have
I could
not.
only see it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you could print out like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, even if you have to print
Yeah,
them out
I ended
separately.
up writing them
Yeah.
down.
But I think what you have to do is like Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, um, I would go and click on here,
Yes.
right there. It's clickable. Let's see what it says.
There you go.
It's what it's
Oh,
saying.
yeah, there you go.
One
Yeah.
day in 12 hours.
Are we going to
Oh,
watch these
and
at the
there's the
office, Nancy?
syllabus. There's the syllabus for it already. Look at that. And then they give you other choices.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let me tell you, you can lose yourself in this for a day.
For
My
sure.
brain can never take all this at once.
Yeah.
But
That's why you can go back and watch them again. That'll help.
Yeah. Yeah. Mini events. Well, that's the one. Oh, Immigration DNA Day, women. Interesting. And Roots Tech events. This is where you can do the relatives at Roots Tech as long as you're in their global tree.
okay.
So just to be humorous here, I
10,000.
have
10,000.
27 famous relatives.
It said you had 10,000 relatives altogether at the top there. Yeah.
Let me see
Got a
that.
pretty fertile family there, Nancy.
Yeah. 10,000, right in the purple,
And
10,090.
And okay, let me show you this. Okay, you get a map,
third cousins.
so you
Yes.
can do things with that. You can do it by ancestor. So, for instance, I could go in and I could pick my, right here, this is the guy that is mislinked to my John Brown. He may have a John Brown descendant, but it's not me. It's not my John Brown. But you can go and pick a particular line, and then you can go to the relationship. This is my Scottish line, the Craig Wood line. So this fella did immigrate to Canada. This was my guy who died from typhus. My great grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, and lovely picture of me. And so we're on the same level here. So Sue is my fifth cousin. That's about as close as I get. But that, I know that line is correct. Um, but by family line, and it will give you a choice of your parents and grandparents. So there's my grandmother, one whole match on my dad's side, 790 on her husband. That's got to be his mother's line, the Colliers. And so my dad has 789 and my mother has 12,454. And it's through her mother, which is my Quaker lines in Pennsylvania. Early colonial America. We'll do that to you. If you want, you can pick a name of a friend that you know is going to conference and see if there's a line that connects you with your friend or with a speaker.
Pick me.
Oh, pick you? Okay.
Yeah. I should be there.
Do you have your stuff in the family search tree?
I do.
Oh, there he is.
Look at that.
Might
Look
be
at that.
anyways.
And look at our relationship. Okay. We
Yeah,
are
that's it. Yeah.
6, the one's removed.
through the brooks.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
We both agree on that one.
Yep. We
Did you
did
discover this after you had met and already knew each other, or
after.
Yeah.
After Durham Region Branch was formed.
that's got to be a cool thing to discover? Somebody you know and hang out with on a regular basis to find you're related.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Stephen's actually a sixth cousin to my mother.
Ah,
And over that many generations, yeah, you can really see when you start comparing birth dates. Like,
Yeah.
look at the gap between these two.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to the very top, these two were only 8 years apart.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's
That 2 or 3 years earlier or later for siblings makes a huge difference over
yeah.
time.
Family of 10, oldest one versus youngest one.
Yeah, for sure.
20 years. Oh, look at that. I got a Stephen Woodbridge. I got a Stephen Wood on 67.
From Ontario too. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is he?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Unable to find a
Oh.
relationship at this moment.
So why would he have shown up?
I have no idea.
Question.
Usually you just get a blank.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's picking out every Stephen Wood that's signed up for it.
Oh, right.
Maybe that's what it's
That's
doing.
because
Yeah.
the search was not for relatives, it was for people.
Yeah.
By name, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be it.
Yeah, that's
makes
why
sense.
we got a Woodbridge.
Yeah.
As well as these ones. Look at them all, Steve. There's a Stephen Woods 80. Ooh.
Ooh, there you
Ooh.
go. Well, cousins.
Never heard these names before in my life.
I was just going to
Ashford.
ask, do you have any of those names in your line? How far back do your line go there?
Yeah, there's certainly
Okay,
not a
when I
problem.
come down,
There's
this is the
Gould.
first one I recognize. Robinson and Carr and Gould.
Yeah. So does that suggest, do you think that the other person has filled the rest of that line on your side, or are they just combining trees from all of Family Search to build that what they think is right?
Well, Family Search only has one tree.
Theoretically.
Right, but they're digging in the rest of the data and the tree. Somebody else they think has filled that space.
Somebody else has filled. So here's Deborah Robinson. I'll do her mother. And we can go to her actual profile in the tree.
Yep.
And we can, okay, come on.
Nottingham, Chester.
Sources, we can look at the sources. Chester County, Pennsylvania wills. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
you
like
can go in and you can, investigate. Do you
Yeah.
agree? Are there enough sources? Um, this is that's an interesting source. The PAF record,
Wow.
personal ancestral file. Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's only as good as the person who put it into
Yeah.
that program for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
anyone have the PAF software back when it was still running?
Steve did.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it too.
It was great stuff.
At the
No,
time, it was such a jump ahead from having to go look up microfiche
oh yeah.
at the LDS church out in Etobicoke.
And then print it off and pay a
Yeah.
fortune.
Yeah.
Show root.
Um,
Well, I've never looked at that one before, the timeline.
That's pretty
I've done a lot of
straightforward.
work. That's cool.
Yeah. Birth in Cheshire, England. And then I'm going to have to expand that to see what's in there.
That's cool. We got lots of stuff there. I mean, you said you had lots of Pennsylvania, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the location is
Location's good.
cool. I'm just not sure that I believe things back in the 1700s and 1600s.
Well, it
It's
sounds like you
it's
got a will
really,
to, sorry, you got a will to work with maybe, so that'll help.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I will stop my sharing.
yeah, that's very cool.
And we're close to the end of time, but now Art has said in here, be sure to click on contact to the right of the family relationship to add the relative's contact info. Do so by the 31st of March, even if you want to if you want to later contact the relative. That's true. This thing's
Oh.
only going to last for that,
Yeah,
basically the end of the month.
that's
So
very good.
if you find some hints and people that you want to follow up on, that's a good thing, Art. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I have a general question I'll ask in case somebody has more focus on it than I do. I'm looking for a friend or I have a friend who, and I'm trying to find about immigration details for him. And, ship's manifest would be a great thing to have. He and his family came from the Netherlands in 1951. Does anyone have any idea where I would look for ship's manifest? Or he was born, he was only 4, he was a child at the time. But any idea what
Library and
records
Archives
exist for
Canada.
that time frame?
Library and Archives Canada, but I'm not sure what time frame is
Yeah.
included. 51, maybe not.
Yeah, and from what I gather, they used to keep manifests, but they no longer do. I heard that somewhere. I don't know whether that's true or not, but
Oh,
which is the opposite from births, marriages, and deaths, where they keep them now but won't always show them. So I did a search for his name, and we tried his father's name as well, which is a little more unusual, and gave the dates and all that, and there was nothing showed.
yeah.
It didn't give any details saying we don't have those records. It just said couldn't find anything. So
Yeah.
I wondered if anyone has any Netherlands experience.
I don't.
I
No.
just Googled it. It says primarily from 1865 to 1935. And there's a specific one covering 1919 to 1924. So it
Yeah,
looks like that's available as it says records for arrivals after 1935 are not in the public database and require a formal access to information request.
right. Yeah, I did it. I went through that experience with my own stuff. We came in 64, and I had to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to request that from the Canadian government offices and Citizen and Immigration. and ultimately did get the documents I was looking for. It was cool to see them written in my dad's handwriting, listing, registering the names and all that stuff. It was really a cool thing to get. But this one, being, I don't know, didn't know whether it was different coming from the Netherlands, and it's a little further back, and he probably has to do the same thing as I did. So
Yeah.
Looks like
writing off and sending letters and hard copies and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I don't know
Thought I'd
the
ask.
ATIP, which is the access to information and privacy
Yeah.
tip. Um, uh, I think it's streamlined a little better now.
Yeah, I was able to file online my request.
Yeah.
And then when they indicated to me what they needed not originals, but they needed photocopies, hard copies of death certificates. And since I was requesting from my parents, I had to show them that both my parents were dead and that I was the power of attorney / executor for them. So I had to send those by hard copies.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take a scan or PDF. I had to actually send them.
Interesting.
And ultimately it came back fine. So took a
Yeah. Well, he probably will have to do the same process.
yeah.
Yeah. And 1935. Well, that's almost the census years length of privacy.
Well, 31's out, right? Isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
what, 92
Last
years
thing,
or something
31
like
on
that.
Ancestry.
yeah. So I think that's the route he has to go.
Yeah. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. See, I don't know any of that because my people were all here before 1865. No lists.
No lists.
Yeah,
Hard to keep the list when you gotta chisel the names onto a piece of rock when you're bringing it across.
Yeah.
All that weight on the boat. It's terrible, terrible.
Yeah, ballast for the boat. Yeah. Yes. I lie. I have found one ship's list, and it's on Ellis Island, and it's my grandfather, um, Sam Brown, coming back from Ecuador to Canada, and the information was typed, and they confused the two lines. So his line gave him a totally different wife's name, and the next line had his wife's name and where he was going to. Just, but at Ellis Island, I did get that. It wasn't even a Canadian port of entry. It was New York. So
that's where mine is too. The predecessor to Ellis Island,
Castle Garden.
Castle Garden,
yeah.
and 1841. And it's the wife and kids coming over, but the husband was already here. So for some
Yeah.
reason, they came into New York, and they must have come up through the Great Lakes or something, the Champlain and Great Lakes route to get up to
Erie Canal.
yeah.
Wow, it came through the canal, really? Holy moly.
I think I used to know what year the Erie Canal was dug, and
Well, that wasn't that the 1830s?
it could very well be 1835-ish.
Yeah.
So they probably did go that route.
Well, Erie Canal would be a ways over. I would have thought they would, because they only came to my people came to, we'll say, Port Whitby or whatever. So they would have probably come up Lake Champlain kind of thing, and then along the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know exactly, of course. I'm guessing.
Well, yeah.
Just cruising along the Niagara River. Wouldn't we get you there eventually, wouldn't it? Parts of you at different times would get there eventually.
Or maybe before the St. Lawrence was flooded, you could get across better. All those drowned villages.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there.
Well, nice discussion with everybody. Is there anybody else who has a last kick at the can before we exit. Another question or another comment?
Me.
Nope.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, you're
Thanks,
welcome,
Louise.
Louis. Thanks for coming.
Night.
Thanks to
Bye.
everyone.
All
Thanks
right.
to everyone.
Good night, guys. Have a good evening.
You too.
You
Happy
too.
Roots Tech.
Yes. See you there.
If we're in the same class, sure.
Yeah, you go.
Oh,
I'll
wave.
wave. We'll wave.
I'll wave. Yes. Okay.
See you guys later. Good night.
Good
Good
night
night.
now.
Bye, everybody.